Hello, people. Welcome back to the Just Your Football Show. And it's time for a bit of an Australian post-matches reaction. I just wanted to sort of round it off. Obviously, we've only got one more game left of pre-season. That is Cagliari next Sunday. And then, of course, the season starts and we're underway. Please do smash a like on the stream or the video, should I say. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in and get the notification bell smashed. We'll be live tonight at 8 o'clock doing the Premier League transfer show with the rest of the gang. Look, I want to look at pre-season as an overall thing, but just on the game tonight, obviously Leeds United drew with Crystal Palace. We've lost to Aston Villa, and we've also beat Brisbane Roar 2-1. Tonight, Leeds United, I'm a little bit concerned. I know it's pre-season and know people will hammer me for that, but I'm just going on what I can see so far. During all the games, we've struggled to create chances from open play. Obviously, the two that we did get came against Brisbane Roar in that first half where we were decent, but Brisbane Roar aren't a great side. But again, it's just pre-season. Let's not read too much into that. But if we look at it as a collective, we've not created a lot from open play. The 4 we got against Blackpool, for example, were all from set pieces, 3 directly and 1 from a broken down set piece. So again, failure to create a lot of chances is a big worry for me as a fan, because if you don't create chances, you won't score goals, right? Like, I know Jesse's big on set pieces, and that's going to be a string to our bow, and that's something we need to utilise. But we also need to create from open play. I am wary that I'm being a little bit too negative because it is pre-season, etc., etc. But I just think back to last year where I was pretty blind to the fact that we had such a poor pre-season. I was like, it's only pre-season, don't read too much into it. And we were terrible under Bielsa last season. So I'm wary that this is a new manager, new team, new era, etc. Let's start to see. And, you know, Jesse said for him in his interview after the game, it was one of the best games in terms of tactical clarity. That's a worry for me because I think we were so susceptible on the counter, and we have been throughout pre-season. Brisbane Roar created chances. Blackpool even created chances down third post side in that first game. So we've looked very, very susceptible. And there's a key thing we need to remember is, and I said this on the stream, if Crystal Palace had a full strength side, i.e. Zaha, Elise, Eze, Jeffrey Schlupp, off the bench, Mark Guehi, but just look at them attacking options, Zaha, Elise, Eze, Schlupp, they'd have killed us on the counter, and I think they'd have won the game. You know, we do look so open. So open. At times it's 2-on-2, it's 2v1, it's 4 versus 3. And the worry is as well as when my worry is as I'm watching the games is, yes, we're pressing, and at times we press well. I thought we pressed well against Brisbane Roar. I thought we pressed well in the first half. I thought we were okay in the first half. But if they break that press, the ball is on every time to the wing. The ball is on every time to the wing, and then they create overloads, then they create chances. And I think in the Premier League, we'll get eaten alive from a defensive standpoint, like we did last season. Jesse said the level of the game is played so high that goals come at a premium, and we have work to do. Yeah, we do, because we're not creating anything, do you know what I mean, from open play. That's the thing. Of course, we scored tonight, but again, it's from a set piece. Other worries, obviously, Sinny's come off with the hamstring. He could be out for about 4 weeks. You got Adam Forshaw picking up another knock. And we were close to full strength as well. A lot of people said it to me on the watch along in the second half, Joe, it's a young side, but in the first half, we were close to full strength. There are positives from pre-season, though. I think in terms of what they've been asked to do, they're doing it now. We saw towards the back end of last season that they looked a bit like the rabbits in the headlights, right? Like, what we're supposed to be doing here, and they reverted back to a system they knew. We get the wins, we stay up. Amazing. Well done, Jesse. You can see there's more of a coherent plan. It's just whether or not that plan's going to work. Because from what I've seen, I'm just worried about the season ahead. And we've got a good start to the season. And last season, we didn't get, points on the board until October. And, I believe that will change this time around. I just think, what we're going to find is with this football, that when we do struggle and we have games like this, it will look overly negative maybe. But then when we win, we can win even poorer, and it's okay because you've won. I just think stylistically it's not great. There are positives, though. I mean, Christensen was good again. I think Robin Koch's been standout throughout pre-season and will start. Brendan Aronson's been good and was good again, the Medford Messi. You can see that he tried a few times to get Bamford in, and Bamford was offside a lot. We were offside a lot, and I put that down to match sharpness. Mark Rocker's been standout. And Joffrey Gelhardt, for me, I'd start Joffrey over Bamford. It might sound bold, but he's looked great. He's ready to go. Just let him off the leash for me. Let him off the leash. But the big concerning thing, and that's why I wanted to sort of do a reaction throughout pre-season, is our susceptibility to the counter-attack. And I just think of better opposition more regularly, once they know how to play Leeds United, if we continue to play this way, when they break that initial press, and some of the lesser teams might not be able to at will, but some of the bigger teams will just break it at will. They will pass it into one of their pivot players or whoever it is, maybe it's a number 6 like a Calvin or whatever, and they'll just boom, first time, bam, spin it out to the wing. And, I just think of some of the top wingers in the division that would murder us. And even in Crystal Palace, that is a team that we're competing with, really. They were missing Eze. They were missing Elise. They were missing Zaha. They're on the pitch today. I think it's a different outcome. And that's me just being honest, right? That is me just being honest. And I just think on the flip side, like we've spoken about some positives, I think Rodrigo, I don't think he should be anywhere near the starting 11, and hopefully he won't. I feel bad saying it, but I know he scored today, but I don't know if it's just not going to work for him. We definitely need a left back. We've now tried Harrison, Strauch, all different options in that position, Firpo, and it's an area, that we're certainly lacking. And I'd argue at this moment in time that it's more of a concern than the striker position for me personally, because we do have Bamford, we do have Joffrey, we do need some elite chance creators, and I think Aronson can give us that, but outside of Aronson, I'm not too sure where it's coming from. Greenwood played a few decent balls over for Joffrey, and he was offside due to, maybe a bit of sharpness or whatever. But I just think back, we haven't created a lot in pre-season. It's a worry. We've also been very, very susceptible to the counter. Again, a massive worry. And if that, as Jesse tells us, this is his best game in terms of tactical clarity, if that's going to transfer against Wolves or into the Premier League season, I think I'm right in being worried. I do. I think I'm right in being worried. I'm aware that people say it's pre-season, etc. And, without wanting to repeat myself, we thought that last season as well. There are reasons to be concerned for me personally. The other games have been okay, but this one was like, oh, right, okay. I worry about teams that'll just sit in. They'll just sit in and catch us on the counter. And once people are more aware to how we play and become wiser to it, it'll get worse as the season gets on. I hope I'm wrong, and and it does work. But my main concern again is just the fact that Jesse said it's the best game in terms of tactical clarity. Well, tactically, we were susceptible to counter and failed to create chances. I'm worried. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We've got a new coach coming in, apparently, that's going to be a second in charge to Jesse. Borussia Dortmund assistant René Mark. So hopefully that will improve. And of course, we need the left back. We need the striker in the door as well. I think Jack Harrison may be about to receive a second bid for him from Newcastle. So again, we can't afford to lose him. Genuinely, it's even more pertinent now, just looking at where we currently are. I think, look, we need to start Christensen, Koch, Aronson, Rocker, Gelhardt for me, and maybe I'm being overly negative, but I'm a little bit worried with the performance personally. And just pre-season as a whole, too susceptible to the counter, not creating enough from open play. If you don't create from open play, you won't score a lot of goals. If you are in the Premier League, conceding as many counter-attacks as we have been, you will get beat and you will concede a lot of goals. It needs to change, and it needs to change quick, because, we're 2 weeks out now. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks as always for tuning in. Join me at 8 o'clock. If anything else happens with the Harrison stuff, I'll let you know. But thanks as always, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds.